Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a Magic Review. Alright, so today we are going to look at the President's Choice from SansMinds Creative Labs. What is this? This is, well, it's a new take on the card grab trick. So basically what you do is you would have a card selected, okay, deck of cards, card selected. Spectator can show it all around to everyone. Card goes back into the deck, it's lost for good. And then you bring out your assistant, okay, it'll be your single dollar bill with George Washington there on the front. And to their amazement, you show them that George Washington is alive and his mouth animates. That's right, the bill's mouth animates. You then quickly insert the bill into the deck of cards, and when you withdraw the bill, George Washington has found their card and it is seen stuck between his teeth. You can immediately, that's right, immediately hand the bill out. No switches. You can hand the bill out immediately. You can either use that bill again for your next trick, or you can just let them keep it as a nice souvenir. All right, so let's get into this review. A couple questions we always ask about all of our magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? What's in the box? You're getting a DVD jewel case, thin line, just like what SansMinds usually puts out. Inside that, you're getting the DVD. DVD is roughly 47 minutes long. You're also gonna get the materials that you need, a little bit of the materials you need to build the trick, and we'll talk about that later. So you're getting the gimmick set, the things you need, right? And then you're getting the tiny little cards that you're gonna place on the president's mouth. So you're gonna get 16 different stickers, and there's 4 different variations in that. Is it what I thought? You know, when I originally watched the trailer, kind of felt a little bit like Paul Harris's trick Nightshades. Has a little bit of hint of like Cardiographic from Martin Lewis. It's some of that, but it's kind of like refreshed. It's kind of like updated with a SansMinds twist. So yeah, it's a fun little effect. How are the angles on this? The angles on this, there are, I'd say the angles, I mean, yes, they say you can do it completely surrounded, and you could, depending on how you hold the gimmick so that obviously you're not flashing. There's an orientation issue, and this is something that I always run into. You know, whenever I have a gimmick or a gaff in my deck of cards and it's in there, I kind of always need to remember, okay, which way is the gimmick facing? So there's an orientation issue, but that's easily resolved with a couple of tips that they offer. But like I said, yeah, you could do it completely all around. The gimmick part, or the dirty part, is ditched well before the spectator starts to look for it. So it's ditched early on, and so they give you all the tips to keep it smooth. All right, so can it be inspected? Like I said earlier, the ditch happens so early in the trick that by the time they have the bill in their hand, there's nothing to inspect. So the bill can be completely inspected. The deck, however, cannot be inspected. This would probably be the last thing you do, because now there's a lot of dirty work in the deck. You can totally use the deck before the effect for anything you want. You can use the deck beforehand for any effect you want, but once you go into this, your deck is going to end really dirty. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? SansMinds always makes great videos. Everything's shot in HD. It's got nice background music. They're all shot in studio performances with, you know, nice, clean black backdrops. It's what you always expect. You got Jason out there doing all the performances. He's at a beach, and then you got Herman back in the SansMinds labs teaching you everything you need to know. As far as what he's going to teach you, he's actually going to go over everything. Like, he's going to cover all the secret stuff in the first 7 minutes. So when you watch the first 7 minutes, you're like, all right, I know how to do it. Like, I mean, if you could watch, you can watch the rest of it, but that first 7 minutes, you pretty much got it all. Then they're going to spend a huge amount of time going through gimmick construction. Gimmick construction takes a really long time. That's all done in silence with on-screen text and some background music. So Herman's going to go over the walkthrough performance. He's going to go through storage options. He's going to go through like how to wear it and carry it on your person. He'll teach you the swing cut force, just in case you need a quick, easy force. The main trick, of course, and then he'll do some cleanup and some tips. And I would just offer a couple of things about currency, you know, because I know that, you know, USA currency isn't the currency all over the world. So first off, you don't have to do the mouth animation effect if you don't want to. Like, if that's not you, right? And it's kind of done as a joke, or it could be kind of a scary thing. But you know what, if that's not you, leave that part out. Or if your bills don't think that you could do that well enough, you can leave that part out. That part's not needed, and you could do the trick without that part. Second, I would say, as far as using money, that you don't have to use a 1. The single in America is obviously the one you want to cut up if you have to make a gaff. But if you have a bill in your country that just has a profile face like that within a circle or within some sort of frame that's even, that could be utilized as a gaff, I would say you could probably use it for a bill in your country as well. Is it well made? You make it. Like most SansMinds effects, you make it. You're gonna need bills, obviously, right? And cards. You're gonna need all of that provided. They're not gonna provide you with any of that. So you're gonna need $3 bills. Yes, you will be cutting bills up. You'll be destroying them. And yes, you will need your own cards. You'll also be cutting those up. You're also gonna need super glue. You're gonna need double stick tape, an X-Acto knife, scissors, a ruler, and a Sharpie to do this effect. I think as far as setup and reset goes, once you do the initial setup, and I would say if you take your time, 30 minutes, reset after that is gonna be simple. You'll be able to do it I think you wouldn't do it from table to table if you're table hopping. I think there's a little bit more involved. But you could easily turn your back off camera for a little bit. You could reset it and be ready to go. Positives, all right, so what are the positives to this effect? The President's Choice gives you a fun and unique way to end your favorite card trick, or just do it as a fun quickie. This one is super easy and super visual. Negatives, all right, so what are the negatives? Like we say around here, there's negatives to everything. These are just the negatives that I see. They don't have to be the negatives that you see. The ditch on this, even though I said it comes early in the effect, I think the ditch is a little bit knacky. There's some stuff, finagling, ditching, pressure, timing, right? That all comes into play. I think there is the possibility that the ditch could not ditch and you'd be left exposing how the trick was done. So I would practice the ditch a lot until I found the sweet spot before I ever perform this. Is it worth your money? It is 35 bucks, $35, and like I said, you still have to waste some dollars to build it and some cards. So just watch some different reviewers, read some different reviews, watch the trailer a couple dozen times, and see if this is right for you. Who would like this? I think this works great for walk around, especially since you don't need a table. In the trailer, Jason hands the deck of cards to a person and they hold it in their hands. So there's no need for anything special as far as table hopping. So I think this is a great street magic, great walk around effect. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about the President's Choice from SansMinds Creative Labs. Of course, I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And if you would like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it from your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, bye.